Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi wahdah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da. Amma ba'd. Dear participants, brothers and sisters, our resource person, Ustaz Bashir Jumma Sahab. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome all of you to our seventh session of this eighth session program. It's our third virtual Dawa training course. Today is our second last session. We start the session with the recitation from the Holy Quran. I would like to request my colleague, Dr. Hafiz Ahmad Hamad, to recite few verses from the Holy Quran. Yes, brother.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين صدق الله العظيم.
Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Jazakumullah khair, brother Hafiz Ahmad Hamad. Yes, Bashir Jumma Sahab is here. If you are ready, we can start our session. Bashir Sahab.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes, please.
Alhamdulillah hamdan kasiran tayyiban mubarakan fih. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Maulana Muhammadin bi adadi man salla wa sam. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Maulana Muhammadin bi adadi man qada wa qam. Dear participants, this program is about the work and family life balance, work life and family life balance, because after sleep we either work or we spend time with the family and some time in the social work. Today's topic will cover these matters, and these are just bullet points. I have given you the 26 topics. There are slides for one topic, one slide, and there are many topics where we have more than one slide. Okay. The mathematics is this: work and family plus balance and persistency. Work and family, and there has to be balance, and it has to be persistent. The result is expected to be, inshallah, with the good intention, peace, progress, and prosperity. 3 P's. Our topic will be confined to these 2 things, work and family, and we will discuss the suggestions in respect of improving our effectiveness for having a balance between work and family by reducing our time on the activities which are not desirable, and by improving our efficiency in our work which we are going to do. Now, the picture of balance in our mind is like this. The left side picture is the natural picture and right side picture is a cartoon, but both says how to keep work-life balance. Normally, we are engaged in our activities that we become a prisoner of strings, like on the left side cartoon says us. And we try to keep balance like cartoon on the right side. The first two are desirable balance, and these two are not desirable. Now let's discuss and start with the part one of this presentation, that is workplace, teams, and meetings, and it will include office protocols, discipline, etc., which may be helpful for you to keep balance in your work and improve the effectiveness and efficiency of your teams, inshallah. Now, we at work, why we work? Either because this is our earning place, job or business, or our dawa place, we do job there, or we do the voluntary work over there. For everything and everywhere, it is a universal thing that if you want to survive in any organization, you have to be vigilant, and your vigilance should be unceasing, unending. You must have technical competence to live there and to survive there. You must apply your creative intelligence to do the new work, and you need to do the enormous hard work which is desirable and which is required in that organization. These are the four universal principles wherever you do it: unceasing vigilance, technical competence, creative intelligence, and enormous hard work. These are necessary for your survival, progress, and prosperity. Now, number one is job description. To become effective and efficient, we must understand what is our JD, what is our job description, what are we here. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, for survival here. But when you do the job, what is expected from you? Let's come over here. What is a job description and what is its purpose? The performance is equal to salary, because there is a contract between you and employer, and you are expected to do A, B, C, D, and in consideration of that, you will get the monthly salary and plus these benefits and these perquisites. The job description is what is expected from you. The position is closely with the need of the organization to help employee understand their role within the organization. Legally binding employment contract, because the job description says that you are expected this thing from you. Agreement of goals and targets for the employee. Performance evaluation and training needs. These are the 6 purposes of JD. And suppose you are working in an organization and you are told that you are manager, or you are a dawa worker, or you are just an assistant and you have to assist everything. In that respect, where you don't have the detailed job description, your targets and your expectation, then what is required to be done? So we are suggesting few things, and we are suggesting a format or grid sheet for you. Now, whatever format we are providing you, you need to update it regularly. See that it matches with your qualification. It helps you in learning. You need to discuss it with your boss. You also note the daily time spent on each activity, and you must do it. And that you are meeting the expectation of the organization. You are meeting the expectation of the organization, what they are expecting from you. And you are trying to exceed the expectation it is from you, Ahsan. Now this is the format. Number one is serial number. Number two is activity, engagement, interaction, talk, negotiation, gossips, whatever. We have made two sheets. Now, Monday to Saturday, you write either ticket, but preferably you can write the minutes or hours. You can do 1.5 hour, 3/4, 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours, whatever it is. And then see whether this activity is a daily activity, weekly, monthly. These are the three things. And also put A, B, C, D, whether this does it match with your qualification, desire, and job goals. And you give marks yourself out of 10, what is your progress during the last week. This is a experience-based job description for those organizations who are working, but they are not formal, they are not very structured, they are newly established. So this sheet will help you and your team to develop your own job description. Now, what we do in the workplace, normally 5 things: work-related activities, thinking and reasoning, relationship, communication, and dealing with the work environment. Now, in a book, it has been categorized in this way. The work-related activities include the job description, priority settings, planning and organization, delegation. Thinking and reasoning related are stress management, creativity, problem solving, decision making, memory. Regarding relationship with boss, with seniors, with team, with interruptions, and your assertiveness, this is personality matters. The communication includes listening, questioning, speaking, reading, writing, meeting, calls. And work requirement, papers, email, filing system, traveling time. Now, work from home, the modern communication, this will come over here. So these are the 5 mega activities we do in our job area, and improving our skills and ability in this respect will improve our performance, and we will become more effective, inshallah. Now, time management skills at workplace requires 10 things. Number 1 is goal setting. Number 2, prioritizing. Number 3, you need to be self-starter. You should be doing planning. You should be making quick and good decisions. You should be focused. You should be adopting the practice of the delegation, stress management, coping with the circumstances and circumstances, and your organizational skills. Now, okay, now employment and job protocols. When we work in office, and I expecting that there are certain Dawa workers who do job for their earning on a separate place, and they spend their time on other places for Dawa work voluntarily, and whatever it is there. So to help them, these protocols are being discussed. This may be helpful for your Dawa office also. Keep work environment clean. Don't pile up any type of work, whether it is electronic work or whether it is a physical work or paperwork. Keep focused and target oriented. Make target, do the teamwork, finish the work, and then celebrate. Enjoy it. Alhamdulillah. We have done it. Alhamdulillah. Avoid personal calls during office hours. Now, generally, there are workplace employability skills. Whenever you work there, and if you are getting salaries for that work, these are the 8 skills: communication skills, teamwork skills, problem solving skills, initiative and enterprise skills, planning and organization skills, learning skills. Every time we need to learn technological and technology skills because we have to update ourselves, and self-management skills. Globally, there are 6 popular skills which are required for any job or work. These are: number 1, basic or fundamental skills; people-related skills; conceptual thinking skill; personal skills; skills related to business world; and skills related to community. Now, dear participants, these 2 slides give us 2 important topics for around 60 or 70% of the people of the community who do the job, because they work in the government, they work in the private sector, and they work in business. And if you are a khatib or dawa worker and you pick up each ability and prepare your khutbah, your sermon, your speech in relation to the orders of the Quran and the practice of the Nabi Akram sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then it will make you more effective, inshallah. Now come, and in the environment of the office and business life, you must have the procedures and protocols. It is not necessary that you have the big manuals, but at least a grid sheet like this grid we are seeing on the screen. You make this thing, okay, these are our procedures. The 1-page protocols or 10-page protocols. Have a workable office environment. Assess and take care of abilities of your employees, your team. Keep doing something to keep your assistants motivated. Try to spend 50% of your time on important tasks. You will be meeting and negotiating urgent tasks most of the day, but you should try that 50% of your time should be spending on the important things which are related to organization's effectiveness. Don't waste the time of your subordinates and assistants. Normally, we go into too much detail and we waste the time of our subordinates. And learn to admit your mistakes. We make mistakes, we admit it, we should say sorry, and we should work together. Get in the habit of making quick decisions. Understand the capabilities of your staff and assign them work according to their abilities and train them. And review each task to see if it can be assigned. If the job can be assigned, delegate it. Make a chart of your work and time spent in which you will write down your daily time consumed. We have discussed it many times. Before doing any work, think about whether this work is necessary and whether you must do it or not. This is important decision. Before delegation, you must evaluate this thing. You must appreciate the people's time because everyone has 1,440 minutes in a day. Try to follow the schedule. Keep track of your energy cycle and high performance time and do the most important work at that time. Try to overcome your laziness and procrastination. Train your officers, assistants, and subordinates with your attitude and habits. It does not mean that they should follow you 100%, but they should understand you. And don't be too much flexible. Otherwise, people will show you up. Be aware of the results of your actions and always try to work hard to get your results. Because last time we discussed about the results and efforts. Okay, but for office and work related, we need to complete the targets. Don't try to be too much social. Encourage your subordinates and motivate them. Don't visit various rooms of your office. Create flexible hours for your employees if possible, keeping in mind the traffic. Consider post-19 circumstances, culture, and new norms for remote working. Try to do what you must do and be focused on those matters. Try to treat and fix the repeated crisis situation. If like in our country, there is a power shutdown problem and it recurs daily and many times. The best thing is we must have the alternative arrangement for this thing. Find ways to stay away from people who waste time and escape from them. There are certain people who are just time wasters. They talk about themselves. They don't do any effective work. So refrain from them. Now, the next item in the office is the game and the politics. There are three words: authority, power, and control. And these are APC time wasters. You see the left side picture. The mayor of a city is leading the city, but the first horse is being controlled by the governor or president of the country. The second picture, two people are riding a motorbike. The person who are sitting behind is controlling the ride. And this is the issue of the organization. Here the third picture is, or cartoon is, the different directions. They don't discuss it. They come together and understand and they can negotiate it, but they don't do it. The right picture never gave up, fighting forever. This is problem. Here the organization politics is working like this. I don't need to explain these pictures. I understand that in commercial and business organization, in government organization, this game is played normally. This is a left side picture. See, the both people are trying to hang each other. See what they are doing with the one is doing with your hands and the other is doing with his legs. On the right side, yesterday people were saluting, and today what they are doing it. The blame game. The first picture, the second picture, the third picture. No one accepts his mistakes. This is problem and this is time wasters, and this is normal in the organization. And you have to refrain from them and focus on your work. Now, these are the two pictures. Left side picture, the English 9 or 6 is there. The person on the left side is reading it 6. The person on right side is reading it 9. Just because you are right does not mean I am wrong. You just haven't seen life from my side. So please try to understand other person's point of view, what he is speaking and why he is speaking. That will help you. On the right side, there is a picture of two gods. There is a river and there is a bridge of 1 foot over the river. One god is coming from here, the other god is coming from here. And both of them are crying, not giving way to each other. They were about to collide each other, and the result would have been both have drowned in the river. But in that situation, one god sit down and give the walk over to other, and both have saved their lives. Now, in our family life, in our dawa life, in our organization, in our religious life, and in certain occasion in our family business, we need to give walkover. This is difficult thing, but for survival and sustenance, you have to sacrifice your opinion and you have to sacrifice your ego also. Now, I am thankful to this person, Rafiq Ahmed, known as Chika, who is the political cartoonist of our country, who personally gave me permission to use his cartoons in my presentation while I visited him 2 decades back. And other cartoons have been downloaded from the Unsplash and Shutterstock. And I'm thankful for them, and these are being used for the education purposes. Now, the next item is the meetings, attending and benefiting from the meetings. Now, see on the left side, the person has called the meeting. And when people have assembled, he says, frankly, I don't remember why I called this meeting. And a few people or few leaders have the meetings phobia. Without conducting 2 or 3 meetings daily and keeping themselves in the chairman seat, they don't feel themselves comfortable. The other picture is, there was a presentation and the dollar mark is there, but there is no detail. The chairman says, great plan. Could you get some more details? So they have come here without any preparation. The meeting requires a proper preparation. Now, these are two types of meeting with one global personality, and there's a message for us. Now, there are meeting guidelines. These are necessary for holding a healthy organization because it is a discussion and consultative process. Mushawarat, shawirhum bainahum. But too many meetings like food will destroy your organization. Meeting need to be purposeful. Have a definite reason for the meetings. Cancel a meeting occasionally to test the need for it, because people will come and say, I wanted to discuss this thing in the meeting. So let people be coming and having initiative for this. Question every item on the agenda before calling the meeting, whether it is necessary or not. Adopt the rule that all meetings must have top executive approval. Schedule meetings as the last thing before closing time or before lunch to encourage their ending on schedule. Last time we had discussed an issue that their meetings are going very lengthy. The solution is this: either if your ending time is 5 o'clock, you may have the meeting at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or before lunch. Begin on time and pay attention to effective conduct of the meeting itself. Train employees in effective conference leadership. Plan the meeting in every detail. Limit attendance of meeting to those concerned with the topics on the agenda. Meeting should be meeting, not a conference. Schedule some participants to attend only that part of the meeting that they can contribute. Set up a time limit for each topic on the agenda and stick to it. Occasionally had a stand-up meeting wherever possible, or 3 or 4 people can stand up and discuss and finish it. Provide a positive motivation for being on time. Have your professional assistant to hold all telephone calls for the duration of the meeting. Have the recorder sit where the faces of all participants are visible. Nowadays, we can do it by the video recording. Now, there are some things about the virtual meetings and conferences. Plot your schedule. Designate a space where you are going to sit at your home or your office. Explore productivity applications. Dress like you are going to the office. Treat free time like work meetings. Minimize social media and their distraction. Be transparent with your manager. Set boundaries that work for you. Now, there are 10 tips for attending a virtual conference. Learn how to use the tool. We must know how to use this tool. Enter and block your calendar. Schedule your time and manage your sleep, meals, and other things. Because today, there are people who may be attending from other countries where there would be midnight. And if you need a snack or meals, that should be available with you. Take notes on paper. Attend the conference with others. And be flexible, stand up and sit down. Improve your networking connections through these conferences. Review the notes and take the takeaways. Now, minutes of the meeting, whether you attend the virtual meeting or you attend the physical meeting, there need to be a format of the meetings which we are suggesting you, and this can be improved upon, and we will explain you. The column number 1 is serial number, decision for the meeting held on, date, attended by, per sheet attached, the name of the participant. Now, in this thing, whatever decisions have been made, we should note down in this column. We should mention their priority A, B, C, who will do it, by whom, and what is the target date, what will be the report frequency, what is the modification, and what is the expected date of completion, and if it has been completed, then write the name, date of the completion. And if you want to do it something else, add a next column where you will be noting the progress of the meeting in each next meeting. This form is necessary and it will be provided to you who have completed all these sessions, inshallah. Now coming on the understanding the teamwork. Now on the left side picture, yes, it is a teamwork because on the top of the organization, you are taking up the people and there is a protocol to see of the other people. So this is the structure of the organization with the succession planning. On the right side, there is a picture. There is a boat or ship in crisis and everyone is trying to help each other in reaching their destination. But here, on the left side, one person is controlling the 4 horses and these all are going on the various directions. This is not the teamwork. And on the right side, this is not the teamwork also. Here on the left side, there are 2 donkeys and they want to reach the pile of the grass, but they are not doing it. Then they sit together, negotiate and combine themselves. And in the third, they eat the 1 pile and in the fourth, they need the second pile. This is the teamwork, and see the West, what they are doing. Multinational companies, amalgamation, mergers. These are the things they are doing it. On the right side, yes, that is a team, a strong team. And what we are expecting from each other in a team, like this picture. Together, everyone achieve more. TEAM. This is the team. Together, everyone achieve more. Sayyid al-Qawmi Khadimahum, the leader of the people is their servant. Serve your followers first and watch what happens. Okay, there will be progress, inshallah. Plan, do, act, and check. Ihtisab. Plan, do the planning and execution, and perform your role and check your progress. In the teamwork, we interact, we understand and contribute, we work together, we plan and make, we work in teams or groups, and we respect each other. We coach, mentor, and give feedback. We lead effectively, lead when appropriate, mobilize a group for high performance, manage oneself at work, and accountability for action taken, build partnership and coordinate a variety of experiences, work toward group consensus in decision making, value others' point, accept the feedback, and we try to resolve our conflicts. Because if you are sitting together, you will be helping each other to resolve the conflicts. But if you are going in this way, you will be creating more conflicts. Now, the next item is the free time, waiting time, or leisure time. The faragat is a bounty, a blessing. Use it to your benefit. You must have a list of to-do items or make a grid what you will be doing when you have an 1 hour time with you, whether it is with doctor, whether it is at the station or airport. You plan it and you do it. Consider and make a list of places where you must wait. Get ready. The waiting time is not a punishment. Use it positively. Keep your selected videos and see in this waiting time. And there are many places. In restaurant, you have reached there, but the host has not come and you are waiting for 1 hour and you are being punished because you are punctual. Don't worry about that. Use that time in your favor, and there must be a list of to-do items while you are having a waiting time. Similarly, whether it is in barber shop, bank, doctor, train station, whatever places are there, you must use your time positively. And if you don't have any work, you should remember Qurani ayat and do the zikr. If you are sitting in a, if you have gone with your family in a shopping mall and they have kept trolley with you and they have gone on other aisles, let them go. Don't worry. Don't put yourself in pressure. It is normal thing. Use that time in your favor. Now, stay busy while you are commuting or traveling. Always reach at the airport earlier and get the boarding pass and use your time during the waiting time. Try to bring your home and office as close as possible. Learn the art of using your travel time. If you are not driving, you can use it in other way. If you are driving, you can listen something. Make the necessary travel. Do not try to make your passport heavy. Please, the next item is organize with paper, stationery, and smartphone. Learn how to use the smartphone. Go to the internet, see your device, search on the Google, see the manual, how to use that, how to retrieve the things, and please make backup of your things. Backup is very necessary. If you don't back up on monthly basis, it will be a problem for you. There are certain devices which give you facility to do this automatically. It is better. But if you are using these things, make a backup. And regarding the interference and interruption, appreciate other people's time. Don't waste other people's time. Try to do things you are not used to doing it by forcing yourself to do them as soon as possible. The permissible things, you should put pressure on yourself and do it. Try to control things that interfere with your work. You must control those things. Try to control and deal with the interventions. Don't do personal email in office. Don't use your time of social media while you are on at work. Now let's come on the part 2. Now somebody will challenge me. Out of 60 minutes, I have spent 45 minutes on the work, and now 15 minutes on family. There is no balance between 15 minutes and 45 minutes. I appreciate. Make your annual vacation better one with your family. Don't take work at your home and don't bring your home at work. These are two separate things. Please manage and control both these things. While you are in office, manage it in such a way that you don't receive any personal and family calls. And while you are at home, there should be some protocols of your friends and relatives to avoid such calls. Things that are neither important to you nor urgent, but necessary, such as cleaning the house, cleaning the car, such things you can have them done for money. Or you can get a monthly get together activities for cleaning things, for organizing things, for setting bed, for setting almirah on a weekly basis. And after that, you can have a breakfast together and see it. Enjoy this thing and train your family members to work together. And the other thing is, while you visit your friends, relatives, and network people, please inform them. Do not go anyone's home or office without informing or appointment. If you need to go, inform them, get permission, understand and confirm the timing. You being visitor to plan the timing and consider the rush time. Visitor to understand the address. If by messaging it can be avoided, consider it. And if it is necessary, do it. But being Dawa worker, we need to have a good relationship with you, with our relatives and neighborhood. Keep cash for parking, etc. Try to note down important things while you are discussing with your friends. If there is some idea, try to capture it. Now come on the shopping, physical and online. First of all, you must plan it. There must be some list what you are going to buy it, name, price, whether done it or not, and quantity required for it. Before that, you must make a weekly meal plan for yourself and then make the list for purchasing. These are 3 types of list, and these lists are available on internet. You just write down the shopping list or grocery list. You will get them, and there may be certain templates available over there. Now we must make the monthly menu, plan monthly or weekly purchases, standardize it. You can have it on your mobile phone, or you can have it on Excel or other sheet, and you can print it. Map your activities for shopping. Make a list. Shop once in determined frequency. Consider the aisles of the shopping mall if you are going to shopping mall. Train your family members to do that. Spend 30 minutes in planning to save 3 hours. Make a central place at your home like refrigerator or thing where you can put the messages for each other, or if you need any requirement over there. If you are have a big house, and if there is a different timing of the people, there should be a central place at home. Make the purchasing day a full activity day with your family. Enjoy it. Do all the work, purchasing, fueling, and cleaning of the cars and other activities. Lunch together. Prepare the lunch in the previous day, and sit in the garden and enjoy that lunch with your family. And don't buy things that require special attention. Don't buy if things are available on deal and cheaper, but you don't need them, don't even buy things you don't have space for them. And you must pay your bills regularly. There should be a sheet of your outstanding bills, etc. Now, there are certain points regarding electronic, print, and social media. Limit regarding electronic TV. Limit your time for the selected talk shows. Make a schedule to collective TV watching time with your family. Regarding print media, don't read many newspapers. Select the authors, select the magazine, select the books, and have a plan to read them. And for social media, you control your time, analyze how much time. Now the devices can give you how much time you have spent on the social media. Schedule your time to see the messages on WhatsApp and Telegram. Just don't respond to each message immediately. Wait, and then after see it. Use the internet-based facilities for communication and learn and develop watching YouTube programs which are helpful in learning. And for social media in some this thing, if you are doing emails, use the templates. If you are using WhatsApp, use the polite language. And regarding the thoughts, if you want to discuss anything with anybody, and suppose you are trying to ask any question, please practice to make the mind map like this. On the left side, there is a mind map available on internet on the time management. Just go on the Google, write the mind map on time management, and you will find this slide. And on the other side is what is time management. Similarly, if you are doing anything in your organization, make mind maps for these things. And please consult. Seek the help of experts to solve problems that consume your time, or you call it procrastination or illness. Don't your time doing that yourself. Call and visit to expert to know your problem. Don't try to become your own doctor. Shorten your lunch and rest for a few minutes after lunch. This will give you energy. And always send the feedback after attending the events or programs. Now here the last slide. Allahumma kfir zunubana wastur uyubana washrah sudurana wahfaz qulubana wanawwir qulubana wayassir umurana wahasil muradana watammim taksirana. Allahumma najjina mimma nakhafu ya hafiyal altaf. O Allah, forgive our sins, cover our faults, put our minds at rest, protect and enlighten our hearts, facilitate our task. Let us achieve our goals, make up for our shortcomings, and protect us from whatever we are afraid of. O the one who is always on the lookout to extend his kindness. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ.
Jazakallah khair for this detailed presentation.